Yo, hello everyone, how are you all? Here is Glomino. So this video is all about AOE DPS for Kyrian Arcane Mages. So most of you already know how to play Kyrian Mages. You have to play with Arcane Harmony Legend, of course. So your goal is to reach 18 stacks of your legend and to burst every single pool with Rune of Power, with Radiant Spark, Touch of the Magi, and the insane amount of damage. But is it worth all the time? So you know that with Arcane Orb or Arcane Explosion you can hit till 20 mobs to 20 mobs and deal the same amount of damage to these mobs, okay? But Touch of the Magi does not do that. Touch of the Magi will deal less and less damage per target hit. Okay, so there may be a number of mob in a pack where it's worth spamming Arcane Explosion instead of 5 Arcane Blast and 1 Barrage in the Touch of the Magi window. I tried 3 different openings. The first one is the classic one, Rune of Power, Radiant Spark, Touch of the Magi, and spam 5 Arcane Blast and 1 Barrage in the end. I didn't consider when my Arcane Barrage critted the main mob, because that's were unfair, so I didn't count that kind of try. I also does not have trinkets that may proc or something like that, so the damage is more or less the same all the time. So our main goal, as I said, is to test with as many mobs as possible. I don't think in the game there is a location with more than 5 target dummy, so I tested this in the Kyrian Covenant. So I repeated this 10 times, and this is the damage until the touch of the Magi explode. So as you can see, the damage is more or less the same every pool. Sometimes you have lucky crit proc, but I mean, crit chance is a part of the game, so you have to count it. And overall it's pretty good, and the medium damage is 196k damage. The second AOE rotation that I tried is Rune of Power, Radiant Spark, Touch of the Magi, 4 Arcane Explosion, 1 Arcane Barrage and 1 Arcane Explosion, all inside the Touch of the Magi window. This is the DPS overall. I didn't really like this playstyle. I don't enjoy spamming Arcane Explosion. The DPS overall is a bit lower than the first one, so against 5 targets is a bit better to play with the normal playstyle, so 5 Arcane Blast and 1 Barrage in the end. I recommend to spam Arcane Explosion if you have to move a lot, if you don't think that you can hit with your Barrage inside of the Touch of the Magi window. And now let's move to the third one, to the final one. I don't know if I created a new playstyle for Mythic Plus as a Kyrian Arcane Mage. I think someone already does this, even if I don't know actually. I tried this and I figured out that it's really really work pretty well. So the third one is Rune of Power, Radiant Spark, Touch of the Magi, 4 Arcane Explosion, and instead of the Barrage in the end and 1 Arcane Explosion, you will cast 1 final Arcane Blast and the Barrage against your Radiant Spark target. So it's a mix of the first two. I really like this one because it's easier to land your Arcane Barrage in your Touch of the Magi window because you are forced to stay in melee range, and it's easier. So in conclusion, what to do? Honestly, I think that from 1 to 5 mobs, spamming 5 Arcane Blast and 1 Barrage, or 4 Arcane Explosion, 1 Blast and 1 Barrage, DPS wise is the same. The third one is easier to land, is safer, but you don't have the priority damage that you have in the first one. So play what you want, DPS wise is the same, just be careful if you really need priority damage. If you need to kill a mob fast to help your tank, just spam 4-5 Arcane Blast to the target and the barrage in the end. From 5 to X amount of mob, actually I think that the third one is better, so spamming 4 Arcane Explosion, 1 Blast and 1 Barrage. I couldn't test it unfortunately with more than 5 mobs, because there are no more than 5 dummy, so that's a guess by me. So I would like to have your thoughts, your opinions about this in the comments, just let me know. But I will test it in Plus the next week and see if I feel that I'm doing actually more or less than normal. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you will test it too, to help me figure out what's better for our spec. And nothing, that's it. See you in the next video.